these paintings are of Battery Park. I started going there almost every day that I painted, which was a little unusual. But I found myself not being able to think of a better spot for day after day. I really enjoyed the accidents of the people wandering in. I think as time went by, I started to see more and more. I think that was part of the unconscious appeal. I kept thinking I can do better. Not in such a macho way as that, not a verbal thought, but I just kept thinking, I can hone in more. I can see more. I think this is one of the first ones looking back, where I feel like I started to see a little bit. And looking back, it's maybe more of a struggle for me to see a tree than it is people. Trees are real tough, never as evocative as a real tree. The weather got colder, and I continued to come back and paint. Some of my favorite people went away, but I kept being drawn to the space and the light and the air. The mountains. Every day the mountains are different, every minute, every hour. And truly mysterious things. All weathers. Sometimes I'd wait for people to wander in, and they didn't wander in. I'd wait for the mountains to emerge. They wouldn't emerge. I said, okay, I'm not going to fight it. I'm going to go with it. Mostly 22 by 28 inches. And then in April, some of my favorites returned. Some of my guys came back. And I really started to enjoy the transience. It wasn't like a compromise that I had to make. I actually really enjoyed that. I would not have preferred that if I could freeze them in place. I would have actually preferred people moving in and out. So always the dance between the lake and the mountains and the sky and the people. Impossible to say what the interrelation is, but just that it was evocative. I'd stand quite far away, because I almost wish I had a duck blind, because I didn't want people to see me there painting them, and I didn't want anybody to really notice me. So these are kind of telephoto paintings. They're only this big when I saw them. There's a chess game, I think, late in the evening. Trying to capture the essence of a tree. Finding with each successive branch and leaf that I added, it looked less and less like a tree. So trying to figure out how to do a tree as well. Finding that I actually really enjoyed painting mountains in like 10 minutes. I did a lot better, I thought, than if I were to focus on the mountains and really bear down and do my best. I felt like I did better when I was kind of seeing them out of the corner of the eye, when they were only part of the bigger dance. Fall's coming again. Oil. About an hour and a half, 2 hours. deciding what to put in, what wanders in, and what you decide to include. Deciding, or not deciding, but thinking about what makes for realism, kind of as maybe the Fauvists did, 100 years ago. How to make a painting highly realistic without it being literal. Highly evocative without being literal. Finding that playing it straight often didn't capture anything. Sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't. Sometimes taking wild liberties would make it more real. Sometimes they were just wild, just playing with all those things. I'm pretty busy lately, so I haven't been painting, but I want another crack at some trees. And I can't wait to do the people. I felt like I couldn't lose with the people. Again, if they were frozen, I would have done a worse job. Even if I tried to fix them, it got way bad really quick. So I learned to embrace the imperfection and realize that my instincts usually made something good, even if it was totally awkward. And there's people on their cell phones. Thanks.